Mugera John ng'onaavunaanibwa n'ababaka okuli owa Kawempe North Muhammad Ssegirinya n'owa Makindye West Alani Ssewanyana ku misango gy'ebijambiya ebyakyaka ennyo mu bbendobendo ly'e Masaka era nga kati ono ayagala kkooti emutte kakalu ka kkooti. Mu kkooti y'ensi yonnewozesa emisango gy'abakalintale e Kololo ng'ekubirizibwa omulamuzi Alice Komuhangi, Mugera John asabye kkooti okumuta kakalu ng'aleesaamu emiiro okubadde Ddewo Kisasa, Mary Bulungi Namagga ne Annette Ssanyu mukyala we.
In this application, the applicant has not brought any different information from that was presented to this Honourable Court earlier in the previous two applications. Therefore, Your Honour, I pray that this Honourable Court strongly finds in the favour of the applicant that he has a fixed place of abode. Your Honour, it is laughable and quite confusing on the guts of counsel. Okay, Your Honour, my apologies, Your Honour. Your Honour, this is the third time the applicant is applying for bail before this Honourable Court. And Your Honour, in your decision, Mrs. Application, Criminal Mrs. Application number 2 of 2023, number 2 of 2023, Your Honour, in your judgment, in your ruling, I beg your pardon, you confirmed that the applicant has a fixed place of abode by virtue of the charge sheet, which my senior learned colleague is the custodian of the same, and the charge sheet does confirm that the applicant is a resident of TMB, Makindye Division, which has not changed to date, Your Honour, and the same is still supported by the letter. My Lord, in the same judgment, the charge sheet confirmed the place bears, and also the national ID, Your Honour, which has not been disputed. The national ID of the applicant does confirm his fixed place of abode with TMB.
Ono era ategeezezza kkooti ng'ebyobulamu ebitali mu mbeera nnungi era nga mu kino yeetaaga obujjanjabi wabweru wa kkooti.
It is my submission, Your Honour, that there is an exceptional circumstance for the grant of bail for the applicant. Your Ladyship, on the application of the applicant, there is a medical report. Your Honour, my learned colleague submitted that the medical report states that the situation is manageable. The situation of the applicant is manageable. But it is our submission, Your Ladyship, that managing a situation of a disease or illness does not amount to curing the same, Your Honour, to which the applicant is seeking bail application, is seeking to be released on bail so that he can go and be treated better. Not just to be managed, Your Honour, not merely to manage his situation. And of which my learned colleague has not disputed to the fact that indeed for 2 years the applicant for 2 years has been suffering from hypertension. Be that as it might, Your Ladyship, I'm concluding my point. It is well stated in a plethora of authorities that furnishing exceptional circumstances is not the sole consideration for application for bail. In other words, my Lord, it has been held that court can grant bail in the absence of exceptional circumstances, Your Honour. This has been held in the case of Dr. Ismail Kalule, the learned brother, versus Uganda, criminal miscellaneous application number 1 of 2018. Criminal miscellaneous application number 1 of 2018. Page, Your Honour, on page 13. The same position, Your Honour, is echoed in the case that I've already adduced to this Honourable Court. Nicholas Opio, Your Honor, wherein they cited a case of human rights, Foundation for Human Rights Initiative versus Attorney General, Constitutional Appeal number 3 of 2009. The same position, Your Honor, was affirmed that this Honorable Court can still grant bail to the applicant in the absence of exceptional circumstances, Your Honor. And still it was reiterated that as long as the applicant proves that he will attend to court when trial is due. Your Honor, I go to the second point of the applicant having a fixed place of abode. Our humble submission, Your Honor, this Honorable Court should exercise its discretion and find that the applicant has proved all grounds of his bail application and grants him bail so that he can enjoy his right of liberty.
Wabula okusaba kuno kuwakanyiziddwa munnamateeka w'oludda oluvunaanwa Richard Birivumbuka bw'ategeezezza kkooti nti abeeyimiridde ono tebalambululudde bulungi kkooti bifo ebabeera ng'ate n'omuvunaanwa kye kimu.
If the court is to believe that the applicant has a shop, that the applicant has a bar and a lodge in Chotera, vis-a-vis.
My Lord, the suit is presented. I will start with the first one. That is the wife, my Lord. Sanyu. My Lord, Sanyu says they stay. She stays in Chibuye, in Chibuye 2 parish, Machindye, and they introduced her, my Lord, and. Yes, my Lord, Sanyu. But I don't understand the name that first of all is on that introduction letter, my Lord.
Sorry?
When you look at I5 to C3 of the application, I don't understand that name.
You don't understand?
That name.
Which one?
Which on C3, my Lord? I beg counsel to maybe inform us.
Your Ladyship, that name there is Sanyu Anet, and Your Ladyship, Sanyu Anet is still in court. I pray that if my learned brother wants to inquire more about the letter, she's in court. You can apply for cross-examination and examine her on that.
Mr. Senko,
Yes, Your Ladyship.
look at it and tell us what it is.
Your Honor,
Your
this
that you're relying on.
Your Honor, this is a U, but as if the person who was writing first wrote and wrote.
So what are we supposed to? Isn't it your responsibility to avail court an accurate copy of whatever you intend to rely on?
Your Ladyship, it is my
Because the
responsibility.
document should speak to itself, isn't it?
Yes, Your Ladyship.
Let
But
him submit.
But besides that, my Lord, I would refer you to the content. He or she is a duly registered Ugandan with good behaviors, law-abiding residence without any criminal offense in the area. My Lord, it is not introducing her as a surety with a fixed place of her home.
No, the first paragraph, you read the first paragraph.
Who is a resident of the above-mentioned village? Yes, my Lord. Only being a resident is not prima facie that you have a fixed place of abode.
Okay.
Residents are both permanent and temporal. So meaning she can be, I don't know how I can say, she can keep on migrating after 3 months, 4 months, and she's a resident wherever she goes. She's a resident wherever she goes, but not a permanent resident. What is the definition of what amounts to what court would say residence, a permanent resident, my Lord? I have furnished the authority, my Lord.
Fixed place of abode.
Fixed place of abode defines the residence of who a substantial should be in court. My Lord, we invite this court to find that she has not proven.
Your quarrel with Ms. Sanyu is she doesn't have a lease place.
Absolutely. And she's not worth a standing surety for someone. Because even her tracing her will be a problem. So we'll have two burdens. Tracing for applicant in the case he absconds, and then the surety. We don't have those resources, my lord, to run after them.
Surety number 2, who is a broker or border. Surety number 3, who is a charcoal vendor. Will these two, who are economically submissive to the applicant, be able to control him if he said he's in his business, so therefore you won't be in court on that day? Will they be able?
Your Honor, on the issue of control, counsel submitted that she will not have control over the accused person or the applicant. We submit, Your Honor, that she will have the control over the applicant because they all stay at the same place in Chiembe. They all stay at the same place, Chiembe, Your Honor. And counsel's submission, Your Honor, that the applicant that the surety number 1 cannot have control over him since he has businesses in Chota and moving back and forth. Your Honor, that can be cured by this honorable court when it sets stringent terms. When it sets stringent terms restricting the accused or the applicant from moving outside the jurisdiction of this honorable court.
Oludda olulala yaluwakanyiza n'ekyapa ekireeteddwa ono mu kkooti wamu n'okulaga kkooti mbu ye nannyini w'ekisulo ekimu mu bitundu by'ekiwotera bw'ategeezezza nti tewali bukakafu bulaga nti ono ye nannyini.
Is it in order for this court to rely on the receipt, the trading receipt, to confirm that this gentleman, the applicant, owns a bar and a lodge in Chotera? Is this enough? My argument, my lord, and which will make this court to agree with the prosecution, is that he does not own. He does not. This is not a proof, and as such does not own. My lord, there was also a purported land title. Yes, my lord. There's a purported land title, which is not marked. It is not marked. It is B3. It is B3, my lord.
My lord, I pray that
What's
counsel
the
restricts himself from making disparaging remarks and misleading this honorable court, unless he abuses evidence to the same.
You have
Most obliged.
land title, B3. Yes, Mr.
Yes, my lord. My lord, this title is not certified. That's why I'm saying it is alleged. This title is not certified by the registrar of titles. So I'm right to say it is alleged. And I beg to proceed that this alleged land title is not proof that the applicant owns a lodge and a bar. And even if he owned a lodge and a bar, my lord, even if court is reluctant to agree that he owns a bar and a lodge, is it a prima facie that he has a fixed place of abode? These are questions, my lord, we are going to go to answer in argument with the prosecution. That there is nothing, doesn't own a lodge, doesn't own a bar, and there is no fixed place of abode there. Then, if court is struggling with the prosecution that there is no fixed place of abode in Kampala because there has been no proof, and there is no fixed place of abode in Chotera, then is he worthy, my lord, releasing on bail? Where does he fall? Our argument is that it's neither here nor there.
My lord, counsel submitted on the issue of Chotera, the applicant not, yes, Your Honor, Chotera residence, my lord, and the bar, he submitted the applicant. My lord, it is my submission that the applicant is the owner of the same by virtue of the trading license of 2023, and wish to to add that the trading license, Lord, it is on that is the A2, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. It's the Chotera Town Council trading license, which I proved to this honorable court. Your Honor, this is a trading license of 2023, which indeed proves to this honorable court that the applicant, who is the owner of that bar and guest house, which is currently being operated by his wife, that the same is indeed their property, my lord.
Maybe what you need to bring out, which you may need to bring out, is the relationship between Kamuda, his house, and bar, with the applicant. You don't bring it out because these are two separate.
Your Honor, we had submitted earlier and informed this honorable court that Kamuda and Kamuda Guest House and Bar, Your Honor, is a property of the applicant, which he was running before he was arrested.
I just want you to know where he was there.
Yes, Your Lordship. Beg your pardon on that.
What is there to show? What's the nexus between Kamuda and Mr. Mugera?
And Mr. Mugera, he's the owner, Your Lordship. That's the
Give me
nexus.
evidence. That is what I'm going to ask for.
Your Honor, the trading license, which we
The trading license, the one you want me to consider in 2023, which is in the names of Kamuda, his house. And I'm simply trying to lead you somewhere where you can see it go. Unless you don't have evidence.
Your Honor, the charter receipt, town council receipts, and that certificate of title, Your Honor, which we attached.
Mr. Senator.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Let's look at the certificate of title. Is his name?
It is in the names of Mugera John. Yes.
And the trading license?
The trading license, Your Honor, is in the names of Kamuda Guest House and Bar.
So what evidence do I have that there is a relationship between Mr. Mugera Jones and Kamuda Guest House and Bar?
My lord, on that regard, the applicant never registered.
So now that is...
Never registered.
I expected you to do something bigger or more than what you did. Especially because I'm trying to look for the nexus between the land title and the trading license and the general receipts for rent. Yeah, the general receipt that's now part of D2, but earlier in the earlier application was AA3, increasing the names of Mr. Mugera, and then also the one, yes, the one of February 9, 2016, also in the names of Mr. Mugera, which is okay. And then when I come, I failed to get the nexus between these documents and the trading license, which is in the names of Kamuda. And that's the nexus I would like to bring. And not for consideration.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah.
I am referring this honorable court to receipt number 'To receipt
ono era ategeezezza nti n'abeeyimiridde ono tebayimiridde bulungi mu nsonga za byanfuna nga mu kino asabye kkooti okugoba okusaba kwe okw'okuteebwa akakalu ka kkooti.
Referred you to page 3. Oh, yes. And my lord, I found issue with the ruling. My lord, in that case, I'm among others, your senior brother, Ssegirinya N. Mukasa, as he was then, ruled that it was very hard for a surety who was living in a different place with the applicant to control them. In this case, the surety was living in Wakiso and the applicant was in Kampala. So there would be issues in control of the applicant, and that was a ground upon which he denied bail. My argument in relation to the instant case is that whereas surety number one is a wife to the applicant, there is evidence that at times the applicant is in Chotera. Yes, but there's a shop, alleged shop in Kampala. Now, the issue is, what if the applicant is in Chotera and the surety is in Kampala? Would the surety still have control over the applicant? Our argument is no, my lord. And we invite court to agree with us. However, our argument would have been different had they stayed in one place. That is, if it is Kampala without Chotera. My lord, I will mention a few issues in respect to other sureties, then sum up with my authorities. In one or the other shows that a person, a surety, should have a credible source of income. Charcoal is not a credible source of income because even the president banned it. He banned the charcoal, my lord. So it is no longer business. Surety number two does not have the same kind of business, is not registered. Economical muscle than them. And what court would require here is a person of a higher economical muscle, financial muscle. Financial muscle that can prevail over the applicant just in case, which is not there in this matter, my lord. My lord, I'm finishing up. Besides that, yes, my lord? Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. Besides that, my lord, this is a matter which is very sensitive. It's a matter which is very sensitive, my lord, that it is for a person to be granted bail, my lord, he should have demonstrated that he will be able to return to court. And he demonstrates that through proving his place of abode, proving his sureties, and even proving any allegations he put across. Because the burden of proof is on the applicant, especially to prove exceptional circumstances. So you demonstrate your ability through that which the applicant has failed, my lord. My lord, this court, my lord, denied bail to some applicant, my lord. I'll beg to quote the ruling by Honorable Justice Alice Komuhanga Kauka in miscellaneous application 17 of 2018, 17 and 18 of 2022. That is Bakura, Alex, and 48 others. My lord, I have a copy of the said ruling, my lord. My lord, in that case, my lord, I can refer you to this one, my lord. I can't quote a particular page, but I can temporarily refer you to page 31, of 31 of the ruling, my lord, where this court granted bail because of in a matter which almost had the same charges to applicants who had only proven exceptional circumstances which have not been proven now. My lord, in that case, the applicants, the trial judge looked at the applicants and saw them as people of advanced age. And that is the reason as to why they were granted bail. And the reason for that is because the matter was sensitive in a nature that without those exceptional circumstances, bail would not be granted. We invite this court to invoke the same spirit in that ruling, my lord, or that case, and deny the applicant bail in this case for failure to prove.
Omulamuzi Alice Muhanji Kawuka ataddewo olwanga 28 omwezi ogw'omwenda omwaka guno okuwa ensala mu kusaba kwa Mugerwa okw'okuteebwa akakalu ka kkooti. Omuvunaana Mugerwa John addiziddwa ku alimanda e Luzira. Mu ngeri y'emu ate kkooti yo neewozesa emisango gy'engassi mu Kampala etaddewo olwanga 23 omwezi ogw'ekkumi omwaka gwa 2023 okutandika okuwuliriza omusango Ssaamu Mukala gwe yaggula ku musumba Jackson Ssennyongo wa Christian Life Ministries n'omukuumi we Waswa Israel. Ssaamu Mukala omusango guno gwe yaggula ku musumba Jackson Ssennyonga amulanga kulagira abakuumi bwe kumutulugunya ne bamutuusaako obuvune. Wadde nga kkooti nebadde yakutandika kuwuliriza musango guno leero, tekisobosa oluvannyuma lw'omulamuzi Boniface wamala obutabaawo.
Kubadde gujja olunaku lwa leero okutandika okuwozesebwa, naye we tutuuse tutegezeddwako nti kkooti tesobodde kugenda mu maaso kuba omulamuzi awozesa omusango ogwo abadde taliiwo. Omusango ogwo gwongeddwayo ng'ennaku z'omwezi 23 Oktoba 2023 ku ssaawa 4 okutandika okuwulira omusango ogwo.
Ensonga eno bannamateeka oli omuvunaanwa muli ntaki nabo?
Ensonga eno tusobodde okusisinkana kanso jambo era nga yeyanjudde nga awolereza Pastor Ssennyonga era n'atukakasa nti bataddemu okuwezwako kwabwe era tujja kubaddamu tusobole okutuuka ku lunaku olwa 23 Oktoba nga buli kimu ku kkooti kwekiri nga tutandika kuwoza musango. Abamuyiririre talina muwendo kuba teri muwendo gusobola musasulwa olw'ebyo by'okutulugunya byamutuusibwako, naye ayagala kkooti amuyirire ssente zonna ze tunaaba tusengese zakozesezza mu kwejjanjaba okutuusa kati kuba n'obulwadde era akyali mulwadde.
Ssaamu Mukala eyawaaba omusango n'ayogeddeko ne bannamawulire.
The reason as why I'm here, I was tortured in 2018 by the security team of Christian Life Church of Pastor Ssennyonga. And the reason as why I came in, I filed this lawsuit. I did not receive justice, and I want these people to compensate me for the damages caused. Actually, I can't tell, it is court to decide the actual amount of the money that should compensate.
Okay. How's the situation now? Because we are told.
Actually, at this point, I'm still not okay. I'm always going to hospital, so the expenses are ever increasing, yet I cannot afford the expenses.
Ssaamu Mukala alumiriza nti mu mwaka gwa 2018 bwe yali agenze okusala ku kkanisa ya Christian Life Church e Kavule, abakuumi b'omusumba Jackson Ssennyonga baamutulugunyira ne bamutuusaako obuvune.